Hey there, you guys. This is Jaden Pictures here. This is Jaden Talking here with yet another how-to video for the YouTube channel. Yep, not that I do how-to videos very often on the channel, although I have done some how-to videos before, and I do have at least one or two how-to videos on the channel. But yeah, again, I don't do these videos very often. Although I have done some of these videos before, and this video will of course end up being one of those examples. And yeah, what is this how-to video about? Well, it involves copyright, and this how-to video will be about how to do spoof videos on YouTube without getting copyright claims. Yep, and if you guys want to know what I mean by copyright claims, to be more specific, I'm not just talking about videos getting blocked for copyright. No, I mean both that and videos getting demonetized for copyright. So yeah, in this video I will be explaining how you can do spoof videos on YouTube without bumping into any copyright issues. How you can avoid your video getting demonetized or blocked for copyright. So yeah, I'll be explaining how to do that in this video. Yep. These spoof videos. Yeah, us spoofers. Yeah, we do enjoy doing spoof videos on on certain shows and movies that we really like. But part of the problem with that is that can lead to us getting into copyright issues. Whether it be from us using too much footage from whatever, the media itself of whatever it is we're spoofing, or because of a certain song that plays in the media that we're spoofing, that kind of stuff. So yeah, in this video I'll be explaining the stuff that you can do to avoid getting copyright claimed while doing these spoof videos. So yeah, here I go. Okay, so the first thing, okay, where to start? Okay. So, to start this off, the first thing I want to say is, I guess you could try to get permission to use whatever copyrighted content is being used in your spoof project, but nowadays, I don't know if this is just me. Is it just me, or does it seem like is it really that hard to get permission to use copyrighted content for YouTube videos nowadays? Well, then again, at the end of the day, that really does depend on who you're using the content from, but still, it does seem like getting permission to use copyrighted content, especially with big popular copyright companies. Yeah, it can get pretty hard to get permission from those types of companies to use their content. So yeah, I would recommend, but although I wouldn't say trying to get permission is a bad idea, though it is a good idea to insist on getting permission to use copyrighted content nowadays. Yeah, another thing I would say during this how-to thing is okay, I would also say be careful with what you're spoofing. You know what I mean? I would also suggest maybe being careful with what you're spoofing. Make sure whatever movie you're spoofing doesn't use a song that's too strict with copyright, or make sure the movie you're spoofing is isn't too strict. The movie itself isn't too strict with copyright. If you use too much footage of the movie itself, if you use too much footage of the media itself of whatever it is you're spoofing. So yeah, I would say it would be a good idea to be careful with whatever media you're spoofing, to make sure that whatever show, movie, or whatever piece of media it is that you're spoofing, itself isn't too strict with copyright. So yeah, you can show as much footage from that media as you want in your spoof projects, and you can still prevent getting into copyright issues from doing that, and also make sure whatever media it is that you're spoofing doesn't have any music that's too strict with copyright either. That's also a good thing to make sure. And yeah, also when you're doing cast videos, if you're doing cast videos, I would recommend. I think the safest way to do cast videos on YouTube is do them in text, muted text cast videos. You know what I mean? Cast videos that have no audio put in them or any of that, just muted cast videos that that are fair use and that talk about that show the cast and might talk about other stuff that's related to the cast itself, or that's related to some other stuff, that kind of stuff. Yeah, in cast videos. Yeah, and I also probably wouldn't say. And also, if you want to use music, if you want to use copyright-free music in your cast video, then okay, I guess I would maybe say that's a good idea, but I would say be careful with what song you're going to use, because there is a chance that the song that the certain song that you want to use that is labeled as copyright free isn't really copyright free, and it could that non-copyright free song that is labeled as copyright free, despite the fact that it's not copyright free, can lead to your video getting demonetized or blocked for copyright because you used it in the video, and yeah, you wouldn't want that. So yeah, if you want to know what copyright free songs to use, I would suggest going on the YouTube audio library or whatever, and see what songs you could find off of there, see what fitting or songs you like that you could find off of there that you would want to use in your spoof projects, or your cast videos or whatever. But yeah, I still think the best way to do it on YouTube is muted cast videos that are in text, and yet also don't use clips of the characters in your cast, or at least they don't show too long of clips of the characters in your cast. You know what I mean? And yeah, also speaking of clips, yeah. With the clips you use of the characters, I would recommend making sure that the clips you use of the characters of your cast aren't used for too long. You know what I mean? Because yeah, while I do agree that small muted clips do fall under fair use, especially if you're gonna add stuff to them, I would say you should make sure that you don't, whatever clips you're using don't get are not too long, because there's a chance some strict copyright company could claim your video for doing that. So yeah, you wouldn't want that to happen, would you? So yeah, I would recommend using smaller clips, or using still images, using pictures in your spoof cast for the footage of the cast, for the footage of the characters in your cast, instead of using clips. Because yeah, nowadays it does seem like that pictures and still images do help to better prevent copyright than clips nowadays. But anyway, yeah, I do believe cast videos are pretty much the easiest way to do spoof videos on YouTube, while also avoiding copyright. Even though cast videos, there's a lot of cast videos when doing cast videos, they a lot of the time don't lead you to actually spoofing the media itself. But still, I still qualify cast videos as doing spoof videos. I'm sure, of course, not as much as spoofing the media itself, but still, I still qualify doing spoof cast videos as actually doing spoof videos. It still qualifies in my book, but I can see how it wouldn't qualify in other people's books. And yeah, another good way to prevent copyright claims on YouTube from doing these spoof videos is that, well, I guess I would say would also be a good idea to make sure whatever clips or if you were to do clip videos of whatever media you're spoofing, instead of spoofing that media in its entirety, then I would say it's a good idea to make sure whatever scenes or clips you're spoofing from that media are clips that have songs that don't have any songs that are too strict with copyright, or clips with songs that either don't play for too long, or aren't that strict with copyright to begin with, that aren't strict enough to the point where they'll actually lead to your video getting demonetized or blocked for copyright. Yeah, that's a good idea too, if you ask me. And I would say that it is another good way to do spoof videos while preventing copyright. But I wouldn't say it's as safe of a way to do spoof videos while preventing copyright as much as doing cast videos. Oh, and I guess I would say doing poster videos too, not to mention poster videos where you just show a poster for whatever spoof project that you've been talking about, for whatever spoof project that you might do. Yep. Yeah, I've made those type of Shrek spoof posters before. Yep, I've done a good chunk of videos on my channel that show certain crossover pics that I have made of certain random characters that I really like for at least over 10 seconds, and not a single one of those is copyright claimed. Not a single one of those videos is blocked or copyright claimed at all, or not demonetized or blocked at all for copyright. So yeah, that's nice. So yeah, I really do think that those three types of spoof videos are really the best types of spoof videos to do if you want to do spoof videos while preventing any copyright issues, whether it lead to getting demonetized for copyright, or any of your videos getting blocked for copyright. These three ways: muted cast videos, poster videos, and spoofs of like certain scenes that like don't show that don't have any songs that are too strict with copyright, or at least don't play don't play whatever copyrighted songs being used in that scene for too long. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, of course, I would recommend to make sure that you don't show too much footage of whatever media, whatever media of the media itself of whatever it is you're spoofing, because that can lead to copyright issues too. Yeah, just look at that one video I re-uploaded like over a couple months back. No, it wasn't over a couple months back. It was like rather, like, I think maybe around a month and a half ago. Yeah, that video that shows my entire Vegeta 1 Shrek 1 movie spoof project. And DreamWorks didn't like the fact that I was using a lot of pictures from the Shrek 1 movie itself. And what that leave me with? Well, not only the video getting demonetized for copyright, but it's straight up getting blocked for copyright too. And yeah, that sucked for me, but things have been getting a lot better with me since that happened. And yeah, because of that, I've made sure to never re-upload spoof films in their entirety on YouTube like that ever again. Maybe unless if the spoof film doesn't use too much footage from the movie itself. You know what I mean? Because yeah, I think if I had used less pictures from DreamWorks or from the Shrek 1 movie itself, then DreamWorks would, maybe they would still demonetize it, but they wouldn't copyright block it. Oh yeah, and also guys, I would say another good way to do spoof videos while preventing copyright is to make sure that is also to do spoof videos in a way kind of like how the Return of the Fawcett does to spoof films, where he acts out the dialogue from the movie instead of just playing the dialogue from the movie and having the characters of his cast say that dialogue from the movie. Yeah, you guys could do that too. I would also say that's a good way to do spoof videos. And also make sure you don't have any songs that are too risky with copyright playing in those videos. Just you voicing over the characters you have in your cast, and making them say whatever lines you would want them to say in their spoof films, or have them say lines that are actually accurate to how the lines are in the movie itself, or whatever media it is that you're spoofing. So yeah, I would say also that's another good way to do spoof videos while preventing copyright. But I don't really enjoy doing those types of spoof videos as much as other types of spoof videos, like cast videos, poster videos, or spoof videos where you spoof the media itself and take audio from it. But I'm not saying that doing spoof videos where you act out the dialogue, I'm not saying that's a bad way of doing spoof videos. If I thought it was a bad way of doing spoof videos, then I wouldn't be liking the Return of the Fawcett spoof videos now, would I? But yeah, guys, this video is getting to be over 13 minutes long. So yeah, that's about it, guys. That is how you do spoof videos on YouTube while preventing copyright issues. You be careful with what you're spoofing. You be careful, with what music's gonna be used in the spoof. You be careful with the amount of footage that you use of the media itself, of whatever it is that you're spoofing. Yeah, you also be careful with that too. All that stuff. And I would also say it's a good idea for certain scenes where there's a song that is too risky with copyright, and you can't get permission from the copyright owner to use that song. I would say it's a good idea to either do that scene with the copyright song, with that too strict with copyright song. I would say it's best to either do that scene muted, or with the copyright free song, preferably muted. Or it could also be with you acting out the dialogue and all that stuff, or something like that. Yeah, you guys get my point. I've explained how you can do spoof videos on YouTube while preventing copyright issues. I've explained it pretty well in the video. Be careful with what you're spoofing. Be careful what music's being used in these spoof videos, and be careful with the amount of footage you use of the original media itself, of whatever it is you're spoofing. All that stuff. I've explained a bunch of stuff in this video. And you know what, guys? I think I'm just gonna end this how-to video from here. I think you guys get my point at this point. So yeah, guys, that's about it for this how-to video, everyone. Bye, everyone, and thank you all for watching this video.